Luisa, hello. And I think the first question has to be, tell me about the Castello di Udine, because Udine is an extraordinary town and the Castello has an extraordinary place in it.
Yes, it is. And there is a very nice history to tell to the people, because the Castello, it seems that was constructed by Attila. And Attila in the Roman Empire, he was so happy to see Aquileia burning, and he wanted to see from a very upper part. So he asked to his soldier to build up a hill from where he could see Aquileia Empire burning, because it was destroyed by him. But this is just a legend. We don't know if it's true. But anyway, up to this hill, then on 1000 after Christ, this castle was built up and was a very important location for the parliament. It was the first proof of parliament in Italy. So it's very important. You know, Friuli Venezia Giulia is a region in the northeast of Italy that is crossing many cultures, and also near to borders. We have the border of Slovenia and also Croatian, so the Slovenian people beside, and up in the north there is Austria border, and on the west side, there is La Serenissima, Venice, that was also very near to our culture. And also, if you come to Udine, you can visit many architecture styles between Venice styles, Austrian style, and also East style. It's everything mixing styles, and interesting because you don't have a real style of Udine, but it shows that there are many cultures crossing in this area.
And of course, the castle is slightly more comfortable these days than when Attila the Hun was there. Yeah. But it's because it's an extraordinary Renaissance town. I mean, one thinks of Raphael as the great exponent of Udine.
Yes, and exactly in these days, in this year, there is a celebration of Raffaello, and especially another painter, Giovanni da Udine, that was his assistant. He was his assistant, and in one of the picture of Raffaello, Santa Cecilia, that is very important, you can see that the base of this picture was painted by Giovanni da Udine. And there are many instruments, Renaissance instruments, that you can find also here in Udine as an exposition.
Now, it sounds the perfect location to have a chamber music festival, and that's what you've been building up over the last few years. It's obviously been a difficult period because of the COVID crisis, which has been hard for everybody. But now you're back, and the festival is going ahead, and there's some really interesting programs you're coming up with.
Our idea, the basic idea of this festival, is to invite and compare different cultures also outside of Europe. But this edition will not have this kind of format because it's very difficult to travel, you know, for the COVID. So we invited Italian musicians, and we start with Orchestra of Sanremo, that is Symphonic Orchestra of Sanremo, is very well known in Italy because there is a very big festival going on in Sanremo of bel canto. And so the orchestra will come here for the first time in Udine, and we will celebrate our anniversary of Ennio Morricone and Nino Rota, that are composers that everybody knows, and also Astor Piazzolla. So this is the first concert and the starting of the festival.
And Morricone, of course, has a long history with the European Festivals Association. In fact, he even wrote a piece for the Festival Association's 60th anniversary a few years ago. And I mean, recently died, of course, but he was such a big figure in Italian music. And there's Rota as the great I suppose, in many ways, the great Hollywood version of Italian music. And in the middle, you've got Piazzolla and his Argentinian bandolina and the tango. So it's in a way, it's a very easygoing program, but one of some fine composers of that sort of music.
Yes, this was a decision for this year. Normally, we don't make so many crossover concerts. We concentrate on classical music repertoire, especially European classical music repertoire, but also other countries like Asian classical music, American and ocean classical music, just to compare. Also Arabian classical music. But this year we wanted to celebrate, because doesn't happen every year that we have two celebrations so important, Morricone and Rota. So we wanted to show that we have also this part of music, the movie music, that all the world is admiring. And everybody, when I was in China, everybody knew Morricone, everybody knew Pavarotti, and so Italian music is well known all over the world. And so we wanted to bring this to Udine for the opening evening of the festival. And I think the people will enjoy, because we made some elaboration for flute and orchestra. So I also will play, I will enjoy to play this beautiful music.
And of course, I can't help but make the obvious joke, which is that you're keeping the good and you're leaving out the bad and the ugly. Well, Ennio Morricone's great music for the spaghetti western, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yes.
Let me talk a little bit about the relationship that you've built up with Mario Hossan and his, of course, his Vienna group, but more importantly with the festival in Varna. So you've got the tie-up between one of Europe's oldest music festivals and one of its newest as well.
Yes. Mario and me have a very good friendship since years. So we are working together since 2010. So it's almost 12 years that we are making music together and also organizing things together. We met in Vienna, where there is this important summer courses of Feus Academy, where we both teach there. But we also met in Sofia, because we are both teachers, professor at a new Bulgarian university. We did a lot of music together, also concert as a soloist and chamber music. So we had the idea to collaborate also through our festivals. He was already in the past, he was in Udine with a concert, and now I wanted to invite him again with a special program. And so I invited him for the festival Udine Castello this year with Paganini, Omaggio a Paganini, a Paganini with the music that it was just also recording in a CD for Dynamic Label now, with a quartet, a chamber music quartet, violin, viola, cello, and guitar. So this program will be one of the concerts of Udine Castello. And before the concert, it will go on also a conference, a lecture by Danilo Profumo, that is one of the experts of Paganini life, the real Paganini life. In fact, the title is Il Vero Paganini, the real Paganini life. So we have to discover something. And for the Italian people, it's also very important and interesting.
And of course, Mario is a great specialist in Paganini's.
Yes. It's also looking like a little bit of Paganini. So it's the incarnation of Paganini nowadays.
Got the wild hair.
Yeah. Yes. But also with a skill, a brilliant skill on the violin. So he's a wonderful.
Absolutely. And finally, Luisa, perhaps you could tell me something about the piece that you're playing, the concerto that you're playing by a composer that I really don't know anything about, who is your Giorgio Tortora, who was born.
Giorgio Tortora. Yes. Yeah. Is a composer born in Gorizia, so is still Friuli Venezia Giulia, and he is a very good composer, well known all over the world. He composed a lot for guitar, chamber music, flute, piano, violin, cello, and also orchestra. So, of course, for us it is an honor to invite and guest composer from our region beside other composers. So we decided to include also this in our program. And I also forgot to tell you that collaboration with Mario was not only to invite him here, but he invited us to Festival of Varna. This is very important collaboration because we will leave tomorrow morning. And the festival in Varna will be with 2 concerts of us, and I will bring there a group of 9 musicians whose name is Leagane. Leagane are the name of fairy tales of popular tradition and also legends here, but not only in north of Italy, also in Europe. There are Leagani, Sanguane, Agane, there are many different names. And our idea is to present the double personality of these creatures, magic creatures, the one positive and magic, and the other one a little bit diabolic and more dark personality. And the music will go through this 2 personality with the music of paradise and music of the hell. So we will bring this concert in Varna, these programs that also includes music, dance, and micro theaters, so gestural things on the stage.
Well, that sounds fabulous. Well, good luck with the Udine Festival this year in the castle there, and hope it all gets back to normal in the years to come.
Yes, I hope. Thank you.